Hello, No More Hero 7, and today I have another Pokemon Showdown double battle. This time, it's a special episode since I'm going to feature three VGC format battles from Pokemon Showdown. From time to time, I do play VGC and a bit of Battle Spot as well on my 3DS. I wish I could record some of my battles for my 3DS, but unfortunately, I don't have a 3DS capture card since it's very expensive and I don't have that much money in me. Hopefully I can get one soon, probably next year, but first I need to find a real job. Other than that, I like both formats actually, but in their own way, of course. But I just prefer Smogon doubles because, in my personal opinion, I think Smogon doubles is a bit more balanced, and you can use a full 6 team, while in VGC you can only use 4. But other than that, I love both formats in their own way. Man, I keep repeating myself. But anyways, let's just get to the battle. He starts off with his Kangaskhan and his Amoonguss, while I start off with my Slowking and my own Amoonguss. He Mega Evolves his Kangaskhan, while I go for the Protect on Amoonguss and Slowking, since obvious Fake Out is obvious, which he did. And then he uses his Amoonguss to put my Slowking to Spore, but unfortunately it didn't work. So now he goes for the Power Up Punch just to get a +2 attack on my Slowking, while he finally uses Spore and puts my Slowking to sleep, while I use his Spore just to put his Megacon to sleep. Unfortunately, since Slowking is asleep, he wasn't able to set up Trick Room, so now I switch out my Amoonguss and send in Mawile, while he switch out and send in his Talonflame. Goes for the Giga Drain, does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I didn't get the first turn Wake, so I can't set up Trick Room. So now I double switch and send in my Reuniclus, while I switch out and send in my Amoonguss. Goes for the Rage Power, third, predicting any incoming attacks, while his Talonflame stays outside. So now I switch out and send in Mawile, but and I also send out Reuniclus and send in my Slowking. Unfortunately, he predicted that, so he takes out my Mawile. He goes for the Spore, but unfortunately Slowking is asleep. That's why I really switch out to Slowking. I go for the Protect, so that, yeah, I'm predicting the Brave Bird, which he does. Goes for the Giga Drain, does some damage, and finally, Slowking was able to wake up and sets up Trick Room. Goes for the Brave Bird, of course, he finishes off my Amoonguss. Due to effects for his Talonflame was paralyzed, go for the Scald so I can finish off his Talonflame. And he uses Spore to put Slowking back to sleep. So now he sent out his Mega Kangaskhan, while I send out my Reuniclus. Go for the Psyshock so I can take out his Amoonguss, which is the safest play. Unfortunately, Slowking was asleep, but also his Kangaskhan is also asleep. So now he sends in his last Pokemon, which is Greninja. Kangaskhan is still asleep. I go for the Focus Blast and finally take out Mega Kangaskhan. So, and also Slowking wakes up and goes for the Scald and also gets the burn as well. Goes for the Dark Pulse. Does a lot of damage, but Reuniclus was able to take it like a champ. So now I go for the Scald since he's a Dark type, and so I can finish off his Greninja, and that's the match. So let's just go to the next one. I start off with my Amoonguss and my Slowking, while he starts off with his Gengar and his Talonflame. He Mega Evolves his Gengar, while I go for the Protect on my Amoonguss, predicting the Brave Bird or Flare Blitz, which he did. Goes for the Shadow Ball and almost knocks out my Slowking. So now Slowking was able to live, so now he set out Trick Room. He switched out his Rotom Wash, predicting the Scald on his Gengar. Goes for the Brave Bird and finishes off with my Amoonguss, but my priority is to take out the Talonflame, so that's why I go for Scald, which is the safest thing. So now he sent out his Mega Gengar, while I sent out my Conkeldurr. I go for the Scald on the Gengar, which since it has Shadow Tag, I go for the rock slides just to hit both on the Pokemon. Unfortunately, getting get a knockout. He made a mistake right here. He uses Will-O-Wisp and burns my Conkeldurr. What he doesn't know that this is not a Iron Fist Conkeldurr. It's actually a Guts Conkeldurr. So yeah, basically he just screwed himself. So anyways, he was able to take out my Slowking while I send out my Mawile. I go for the Drain Punch on his Rotom, while I go for the Iron Head on his Gengar, which is the safest play. Unfortunately, he burns my Mawile, but to be honest, I don't really mind that. So right now he sends in his Garchomp, and here I go for the Drain Punch just to do damage, and he does a crit. So now his Garchomp is down. Unfortunately, his Garchomp has rough skin and Iron Helmet, and I go for the play rough so I can finish off his Rotom Wash, and that's a match. So let's just go to the next one. He starts off with his Hydreigon and his Rotom Mower, while I start off with my Amoonguss and my Reuniclus. He switches out his Rotom Mower and sends out Talonflame. I go for the Rage Powder so I can predict just in case of incoming attacks because I need to set up the room. He goes for Dark Pulse, which he did, and Reuniclus was able to set up the room. So now I switch out Reuniclus and send in my Mawile just so predicting the dark type attack while I go for the protect on the Amoonguss, predicting the Brave Bird, which he did, and he also did the Dark Pulse. Despite not being very effective, it does massive damage on Mawile. So now I switch out and send in my Slowking, while he switch out his Hydreigon and send in his Rotom Mower, while he also switch out his Talonflame and send in his Kingdra. So now I go for the play rough. Does a lot of damage but wasn't able to get the knockout. He goes for the protect on his Kingdra, while I go for the Ice Beam on Rotom Mower, which is the safest play. While I go for the play rough on Kingdra, which is also a safe play but it didn't work because of protect. So now he goes for the Talonflame. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the knockout on my Mawile, so now I go for the Scald and take out his Talonflame, while I go for the play rough and take out his Kingdra. So now the Trick Room is gone and my opponent decides to surrender. So just let me know if you want to see me do more VGC battles. And other than that, please leave a like in the video, and also don't forget to share it with your friends since it will really help my channel. So if you like last time, if you like the video, be sure to subscribe, and I hope you all have a good day.